Hi guys, good afternoon. This is Carla and I'm here at Kaohsiung, and today I have some free time. So during my trip here in Taiwan, I'm just gonna share to you some of the cash flow challenges that my beta testers are experiencing in my group right now. So as just a backgrounder, 3 weeks ago, I started a beta group for my cash flow program, and it's called KS Cash Flow Exclusive. And in that group, I coach people on how to make 10 cash flow tasks every day that are guaranteed to bring them cash and to augment their cash flow. I also coach them in making their tasks better and doing certain decisions in their business or their career so that it will be, cash flow will be better for them, or their careers will be better for them cash-wise. So I created this program because I realized that if you're a freelancer or if you're a small business owner, no matter how long you've been in the business, and I've known so many people who have been in the business, who've been a freelancer for a long time, and like years, but on their third, fifth, or seventh year, they still experience a lot of mistakes about cash flow. They're not liquid enough. They can't do a particular investment that they want to do. They can go to a workshop that they know will change their life just because they just don't have the money to do it. So that's one of the biggest pitfalls. That's one of the biggest roadblocks that I want to solve for a lot of freelancers and small business owners. And I'm basing everything I teach from my personal experience and from the experiences of my other mentors and even my other mentees. So if you're here to drop by and listen, I'll be very happy. If you want, you can also share this live to anyone that you want to help today, or you can also drop your questions and I'll answer them later. So as I said on this live, I'm going to discuss the 5 top challenges that my mentees are experiencing in the group right now. So the first challenge with cash flow and with doing things or tasks that bring them cash is time management. So most people feel like they always have a problem with time management and they can't do tasks that bring them cash. So time management, no matter what you do, even if you're an employee or you're a mother, or even if you're a student, time management will always be a problem if you make it a problem. So it is always an issue within you because ever since you were a kid, you know that there are 24 hours a day, and then you follow a schedule, and then you follow you know when someone or something is unreachable, or when the stores close, when the banks close, when someone will not be available at a certain time. So it is up to you to manage your time in a certain way. Now, relating that to cash flow, if your time management is bad, then definitely it's very likely that your cash flow will also be bad, because money and time are different resources, but they really go together. So even if you're selling your time for money, which is what most service providers do, right? It's just imperative that you really manage your time well and you pay attention on how you manage your time. So my suggestion for you is you follow the principle of deep work. So I have shared this book so many times with so many people. Deep Work is a book written by Cal Newport. He also did a TEDx talk about this. So the principle is that you should spend a particular time of the day where you're going to do just an deeply focused work, totally undistracted. Turn off your Facebook, turn off your Instagram, whatever. You can even, if the radio distracts you, you can even turn that off as well. If your mother or your child distracts you, you have to set aside a particular place for you to do work where you can't be distracted. With this, you can be more productive, and then you can just spend 1 or 2 hours deep work, like turbo mode work every day, and then the rest of the day you can just spend on what they call serendipitous availability. So another principle of time management that I want to share with you is that every day you should set aside a particular time of the day where you are welcoming new opportunities. Of course, as we related to cash flow, more opportunities to get more cash. Whether someone reaches to you to they want you to help them sell their car or their house, or they're reaching out to you to do a small project. When do you entertain these opportunities? You entertain these opportunities after you do the work that you're supposed to do, when you have a clearer mind. Okay, so time management is important. Another principle is, aside from deep work, is the principle of switch tasking and multitasking. So multitasking is better time management because you get to do different things at the same time. So how I do this is that sometimes I do my laundry while I'm doing work. So if I'm doing work, my laundry is just there, the washing machine is spinning, and then at the end of like an hour, I'm done with my work and I'm done with my laundry. So that's multitasking. And if I'm uploading something on some site and it's just uploading them for an hour, then that's multitasking. And then I get to do 3 things at once. However, what a lot of people do, they think they're doing multitasking, but they're actually switch tasking, because they're doing something here, and then when something comes up, they forget about this, or they drop this, and then they do that something else. And then after that, they go back to what they were doing originally, and then it just destroys your focus. So try not to switch tasks. Finish one task at a time. Check them off, each one on your to-do list, and then give yourself a time limit for when you're gonna do deep, undistracted work. So me personally, I do 1 hour of deep work almost every day, or maybe not if I'm traveling or if I'm on a vacation. So number 2 pitfall or cash flow challenge is discipline. So discipline is also related to time management, but the way that we should think about discipline is that you should focus on the result. Every morning when you wake up, whether the results that you want are cash related, or it's business related, or even if it's about your relationship, you should ask yourself, what kind of result do I want? What kind of result am I aiming for? And when it's very clear to you what kind of result you want and what kind of result you're aiming for, it's, you get to discipline yourself better, and you get to have more clarity on what you have to do. So I said here in my page, I think yesterday or 2 days ago, that every morning you should clearly wake up with the results that you want, your ideal life, your ideal business, your ideal income level, your ideal relationship. And then after that, you act accordingly. You act according to the ideals that you want, okay? So when you have discipline, you focus on the result. And then cash flow wise, if you focus on the result and you know what you want, you get to avoid impulse buys, you get to avoid bad billing cycles. You have that discipline to do your credit collection better, so cash flow is better. Then if you have discipline, you get to save better, so you have money for emergencies, and then your cash flow is generally better. Okay, let's go to number 3. Number 3 cash flow challenge is prioritization. So prioritization is also a child of the problem of doing time management and discipline. So prioritization means that whatever you have to do, we have personal stuff, we have business stuff, we have friendship stuff, or social stuff. Whatever you have to do, it's not an either or. You should do all of these things together. Trust me, 24 hours is enough. Everyone has 24 hours, and there's no excuse for you to not do the things that you need to do to bring more cash into your career and into your life. So trust me, 24 hours is a long time. Even if you're like me, I spend a solid 8 to 9 hours of sleep every day, so I'm well rested. My brain is well rested, but I still make time to put cash flow in my priority, and I do something every day to make sure that cash is coming in. Not just my team doing stuff for me. That's a different thing. I have a different team for every business that I have, but they're doing their thing, but I also do my thing. I write my emails, and I better my offers, or I put like a call to action here. I share something, I still do something, and it's always a priority for me. It doesn't matter that, my boyfriend's mom is visiting. It doesn't matter that I have to go to a doctor's appointment. You can always do something. as long as it's a priority for you and you make cash flow a priority, trust me, you can't be distracted by any other thing. Sometimes I even, write a sales post even if I'm just gassing up on the gas station. So it's just a mindset trick, okay? Number 4, this is very important, and I would really advise this to people. You have to chart and monitor your successes, and you have to evaluate what you've been doing right and what you've been doing wrong. In my program, I have someone whose target was 300,000 pesos this month. She wants to earn 300,000 pesos this month. On November 7, or November 9, I think it was November 9, sorry. On November 9, on the 9th day of the group coaching program, she already made 130,000 pesos. That's almost half of her goal. And that is because she was charting and monitoring her success, and she was evaluating what she should do better, what she did well, how she can improve that, or what she didn't do well, and how she can turn that around. So real results come to people who also chart and monitor their results and do something about it. So I really encourage you that if you want next month, December, that's actually a week away. So if you want next month to be your best month ever, cash-wise, you have to chart and you have to evaluate what you're doing to get cash in your business. And last, so this is a principle that I learned from one of my mentors and coaches as well. Doing is less stressful and thinking is. So every morning when you do your to-do list, you just have to go there and do it. You have to do it. You have to stop thinking about, so many things that you use to distract you, to kind of delay what you're supposed to do. You have to just do it. And then you have to, you have to chart it and you have to monitor. You have to stop making excuses. You have to prioritize. So the last principle, doing is less stressful but thinking is actually a culmination of all of these challenges that you have to just always put to action whatever you're planning for cash. Okay, so the 5 principles are: 1 is you have to learn good time management. Number 2, have discipline. Number 3, prioritization is very important. Tasks are not either or. We have to do a lot of things a day, but you have to prioritize cash flow if you want to prioritize cash in your life. Number 4, you have to chart and monitor and evaluate your successes and your failures so that you can always do better next time. And you can do better. Trust me. All of the people in my program have made a little, from a little bit more cash to like way more cash than they've been doing for the rest of the year. And I just want everyone to close this year with a lot of cash in their hands so we can all go shopping and go on vacations and buy all the books we want and go to all the workshops that will make us better people, better entrepreneurs, and better service providers. So, and lastly, always remember that doing is less stressful but thinking is. Just do it and just go make that cash. So I'm still here in Taiwan. I still have 6 days or 5 days of vacation, and I would love to hear from you. If this video helped you in any way, I would love for you to share this or tag people that you think will have good use of it. So bye, thank you for listening, and see you soon.